The Blizzard team just said that Diablo Immortal will be releasing later this year. What does this mean? Is there a date? And when is beta coming? Let's talk about it. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Captain Nemo. Welcome to another Diablo Immortal video. Today, we're going to be talking about release date predictions. Beta, full release. We just heard that Diablo Immortal will be coming out in 2021, at some point in 2021. We heard this at the Q4 financial call that Blizzard and Activision held just yesterday. In fact, we talked about a bunch of other things they mentioned on the call. I will link that video for you up top if you wanted to get into some of the details. But basically what they said, the high overall was that Diablo Immortal will be coming out at some point this year. Now, when is that going to be happening? We don't know. So that's going to be our focus today. We're going to try to figure out when beta is coming. Remember, there's beta, there's a full release. We have a lot of information here, right? Because at the Q3 financial call, if you remember, I'll link that video for you as well. They talked about an external regional beta test coming soon. So there is going to be a beta, obviously, before release, and maybe even two betas, right? There could be an external regional beta test. There could be a closed test. There could be an open beta test. Sounds to me, if you listen to the actual call right here, and I'll link the video for you as well, when you listen to what they're saying that they're going to have multiple tests before the release at some point this year. It sounds like at least one beta, possibly two. Okay. And remember, one thing to keep in mind, this is an investor financial call, right? At these calls, they talk directly to their investors, and one thing that they have to do, they have to keep and stay true to their promise. It is very important to not break promises to the investors because that's going to make your stock go down, and they do not want to do that. So again, if they say something at the investor financial call, the most likely 99.9% that's going to happen. They're at least planning on that to happen. And if that's the case, they're most likely not going to do it like right at the end of the year. If they said this is coming out at some point in 2021 this year, it probably doesn't mean December. That probably means a few months before that, because they're going to want to make sure that they accommodate for issues, for problems. We have a coronavirus. We have a lot of stuff going on. So I bet you that the project management team over here is going to build up a couple of extra, maybe a month, maybe more, probably I'd say at least, padding to make sure that they can fix any kind of problems or issues if they do have them, which I expect they don't. Obviously, the game looks pretty smooth and awesome, but we'll see. So the point is, that's what's going on. So they're going to pad themselves a little bit and say 2021. So in my opinion, realistically, when the game actually is going to release, I would say probably, again, this is a prediction, but I would say sometime in the summer. I really would. I would say probably sometime like maybe even August. So if that's the case, right, if the game is going to release with some padding, because they got to pad, right, they can't break any promises. So 2021 is this year and they have to pad. So that's, say, month and a half. Let's be generous here, a month and a half maybe. So in that month and a half, if you shave that out of the way, that's 10 months. We're already in February, so that's somewhere in the 9 to 8 month range, I would say. So let's say end of August, something like that. Let's say the game was out. Now before that, they have to have beta, right? And if you take a look at this situation, the way we had alpha set up, alpha was right about a month test, a few weeks, right? And then they took a month more to update and do some patches. So let's say probably 2 months of testing between when we get to play the game and when they get to pump out the patches for the beta. That means soon. So when do you think beta is coming? This is a tough one. I would say that the beta is probably coming. It would be really cool to see it at BlizzCon. I got to be honest with you. It would be really cool if they announced it and said, oh, and by the way, here's beta, let's, go have fun, start playing it. Most likely that's not going to happen, right? They're going to have some sort of an external regional beta test. I would say probably they're going to announce that sometime this at BlizzCon. So I would say within a month or two, we should be able to see some sort of a beta test, whether it's beta test 1 and then beta test 2, maybe an external regional test, and then an overall beta for everybody. Who knows, before they launch sometime in August. But that would be my prediction. My prediction is beta in a few months, possibly 1 or 2 betas, and then full launch sometime in August. Full game sometime in August. This is really exciting. It would be really, really cool. What do you think about this? Let me know down below. Sound off. Give me your predictions. Do you think the game is going to launch like this? Do you think it's going to be something different? Some people say it's going to launch December 31st. Some people say it's going to launch right at BlizzCon in February 19th. What do you think? Let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.